Hello, friends. In the Yoga Sutra 1.12, Patanjali tells us that the vrittis or changing states of the mind are stilled through abhyas and vairagya, that is, practice and dispassion. And then in the Yoga Sutra 1.13, he explains that abhyas essentially refers to the effort made to be firmly established in concentrating the mind. And now, in the current Yoga Sutra 1.14, he shares with us the secret ingredients which makes our abhyas firmly established. Yoga Sutra 1.14 reads, स तु दीर्घ काल नैरंतर्य सत्कारा सेवितो दृढ़ भूमि and is translated as practice becomes firmly established when it has been cultivated uninterruptedly and with devotion over a long period of time. To understand it better, let us look into its constituent words, which are sa, tu, दीर्घ काल नैरंतर्य सत्कार आसेवितः दृढ़ भूमि. Now the first word sa, like a conjunction, joins the current sutra to the previous one. It is indicative of the subject of these two sutras, which is abhyas or practice. The second word tu indicates that apart from the properties of yatna or effort oriented towards the sthiti or goal as mentioned in the previous sutra, abhyas should also have the following three properties in order to be fruitful, namely dirghkal, nairantarya, satkar asevitah. So the first property is dirghkal. Dirgh means prolonged. Kal refers to time period. This means that the practice should be carried out for a prolonged period of time. So how long should it be? The practice of yoga is actually a lifelong journey. The more you do it, the better the experience becomes. The second property now is nairantarya, which is composed of the prefix nir to the word antarya. Nir represents negation and antarya means difference or gap or interruption. Therefore, the word nairantarya means uninterrupted or without any gap. And this basically refers to the abhyas being regular. But as we all know, this seldom happens in real life. However, the crucial point is never allow minor interruptions to derail our sadhana. And as they say, winners are those who do not quit. One of the biggest interruptions in our sadhana is boredom, that often tends to creep in when we do the same thing regularly. But have you noticed that people generally do not get bored of eating good food 3 times a day and 7 days a week? That's because of two reasons. Firstly, the body needs food to survive and so generates hunger pangs on a regular basis. And secondly, good food is enjoyable. Similarly, in order to continue our yoga abhyas regularly without interruption for a prolonged period of time, we need to have a longing for the experience of yoga and also find the practice enjoyable. And that is where the third and probably the most crucial property of abhyas comes in, and it is called satkara sevito, which is composed of two words, satkar and asevitah. The word satkar means reverence or honor, and the word asevitah is composed of the prefix a to the word sevitah, which means to do yoga repeatedly with an attitude of service. So, whom are we serving through our yoga abhyas? We are serving our own inner self, which is the same as the inner self of all other living beings on this planet. In other words, our yoga abhyas energizes not only our own inner awareness but also the collective consciousness of this planet. If we do our yoga practice with an attitude of Satkara Sevito, then we will have a natural longing for the abhyas and also find it enjoyable. And the best way to cultivate this attitude is to spend a considerable amount of time in the company of people who have a similar attitude. That is why satsang or holy company has been immensely stressed upon in the yoga tradition. At the end, in this sutra, Patanjali emphasizes that the three attributes of abhyas, which are dirghkal, nairantarya, and satkar sevitaha, makes our abhyas firmly grounded, as indicated by the words drad and bhumihi respectively. Therefore, Patanjali declares that abhyas with such continued faith and conviction is a mandatory requirement to achieve the goal of yoga, which is Chitta Vritti Nirodha, as stated in the Yoga Sutra 1.12. In the next two sutras, Patanjali talks about Vairagya or dispassion, which along with Abhyas is the second necessary ingredient for achieving the goal of yoga. Till then, stay connected.